Hello. Hey y'all. I'm not bothering with my microphone except the microphone on my computer. It seems to be the most reliable. I'm trying to talk loud, trying to be on time, and I've seen lots of people here. I've seen Sonia, Michelle, Suzanne, Martha Ward. My brother Ben is here. Amy Butler. Hey, Amy Butler. Brenda, Vanessa, Roberta. I think that Mumball. I don't know if that's, I assume that's not your real name, but you make really cool stuff. And I always want to say, when I remember, I want to say hi to Bobby from Live with Lucy. Yes, that's me. So let me flip to my thing, make sure everything's plugged in. Whew. We're hoping for a good internet day. And I'm going to show you. This is the house I made for 12 by 12 cardstock, their Christmas event. And I really liked it. I thought it was a cool design, very European. And then I saw a house on Instagram where somebody did all in black and decorated with white ink of a Halloween house. I'm like, oh, I need to do that. So I basically modified this design, which I will share with you. If you missed it from 12 by 12 cardstock, I will share it with you later in the season around Christmas time. Let me move over. Okay, and this is the one. I just thought all black with some white lettering. She drew hers with a white pen, a Posca pen. I've seen them in the store, but I haven't ever purchased one. So I just used my Uniball Signo, and I cut everything out. Oh shoot, I meant to show you one thing. I may have to get Ben to go and look through the recycling. Can you go in the recycling bin? There's a white, it's this pattern, but it's at the very bottom. I dismantled it and put it at the bottom. I want to show you how white on white looks. It actually is pretty cool. Not necessarily for a Halloween house, but for a, another house. The white on white, so say you wanted to do it as a Christmas, it'd be at the very, no, it's not at the very bottom. That's it. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to have a trusty assistant, isn't it? See, look at the white on white. Doesn't that, oh, it's got a piece of black recycling on it. But I think the white on white looks pretty cool too. So that's just an option if you want to think about it and modify yours. But I really like the black and drawing on it. Now for the for this house, partly for just to make it easier for you to see, I'm going to use purple. I'm going to glue these purple pieces on, and I drew around them with a black, actually it is a Uniball, so with a black line. And I like the hand-drawn look. I know it's not for everybody and it requires some work, but I think it makes it look, I don't know, it just appeals to me. So you can do it that way if you want. Otherwise the pieces fit fine without it. Okay, I'm going to switch to my overhead, to my top-down view, and you might see a surprise guest here today. Let me move a few things out of, I'm going to rotate it, move it a little closer. I hope I click on the right one. Click, no, let's see. There we go. There we go. Wait, you're not seeing what I wanted you to see. Alley Cat is joining me. She worked all day trying to figure out where she could fit, and she finally did. So she is calmly sitting there. Okay, these are all the pieces, and I may not take the time, well, I probably won't take the time to put them all in place, but I'm going to show you a few things. Okay, first, the door. The door, and this is all exaggerated. I extended the lines to make it look very gothic. Where's the door? Oh, I hate it when I do this. This is the front part of the door. Oh, I'm sorry, Alley Cat. I didn't mean to scare you with the glue. Okay, I think the door may be in here. Here we go, the door. And you can see how elongated it is. And I drew a little, like the little panels on a door to go in the back. So let's just glue that together. Yeah, she'll relax in a minute. I didn't mean to startle her, tipping over my glue. You would think she would kind of expect those things from me. Okay, I actually drew it. And if you mess up on one side, you can draw on the other side. That's kind of the cool thing about the cardstock. Okay, there's our door. And the other thing is I put these 3 options down here. So you can put the door in the middle, you can put it on the side, however you want. And then the decorative piece, you just trim it to go around wherever your door is. So let's apply a little glue right on the edge and get the door in place. Oh, this is design number 195 in the paper glitter glue library. There is 196, excuse me, 196. And I did write up a kind of rudimentary, very basic tutorial. I did show some pictures during construction, but not many. Partly because I often make the design and then to do the pictures for the tutorial, I have to make it again. And I knew I was going to make it today. So my plan, one of these days when I have time, is I'm going to take photos, screenshots from the video and put it in the tutorial. I have a lot of catching up to do. Okay, also in the inspiration piece I saw, I'm moving this over so I can see your comments better. That person had the most beautiful lighting, and part of it was because she used gelatin sheets to provide the, sort of the window panes, and they're beautiful. But as you know, I live in the humid South, and I think gelatin sheets would melt very quickly and it would be a mess. So I would use either vellum or I like to use sort of, when I get products in that have a nice flat sheet, I use the acetate. And you can even buy real nice thin acetate. But also, I don't like it to be perfectly transparent. I like it to be translucent. So I usually, I dropped my oval window. And I wanted to redo it. I didn't like it. It's hard for me to draw in a circle. Let me just show you what I do. This is my, somewhere, oh, it's in Japanese. My Uniball Signo. It is a Japanese product. And let me try to draw a better oval. Oh, actually it needs to be in black. Oh, and this one's a Uniball too. The black one is a Uniball. It's just a pen I really like. When you find a brand you really like, just stick to it. There, I did that one better than my first one. Okay, so I like this oval window in the top. Like I said, I exaggerated everything so it would, just for effect, it's a Halloween house. It's a paper Halloween house. We're not trying to be proportional. And here's the trim. I think it looks pretty good with the purple. But for the acetate for the windows, again, I like them to look a little translucent, so I smear glue on them. And I especially like glossy accents for that. That's a Ranger product. That's really cool. And dries very fast. So that helps. Okay, one thing is I don't want to glue it to the, I don't want to glue my kind of gable so that it gets stuck. Yeah, actually the purple looks better than I thought. When it was just plain purple, let me flip one. I thought that was kind of boring. But when I drew on the details, you know, I don't know, looks a little more artsy to me. I did not decorate the back, so you can certainly cut some extra pieces to decorate the back, but I always leave a light hole in the back in case you have lights with wires. So I left it plain, but you could certainly add stuff to it to make it, you know, more visually interesting. So there we go. I am gonna go ahead and glue them all down because it's going pretty well. Oh, red cellophane. Red cellophane for a Halloween house would be pretty cool. See how it really, I mean, you could tell it goes together pretty easily. And we'll do the trim in just a minute. I'll show you the trim pieces. And you can decorate them however you want. And if you want to see if you're lining it up straight, I flip it over in the middle and kind of miraculously, most of them are pretty centered. That's not typical for me. Oh, I'm sorry, Alley Cat. I'm not trying to disturb you. Okay, let's do the trim pieces. Now, like I said, for the bottom, because you can put the door wherever you want. Let me get my little scissors. Try not to put it down because the scissors make a lot of noise when I put them down. I see Yvonne there. Tracy. Yeah, I think I've got another purple and black coming up. That's my gift box. And it has some similarities with this. But I did this afterwards. I really, honestly designed this in about 2 days. I saw it online, and what happens to me is I start like dreaming about it. Start like even subconsciously coming up with designs, you know, while I'm sleeping. I just really felt compelled to make this Maison de Halloween. They don't say the H in French apparently, so it's Halloween. And they don't really use, they don't celebrate Halloween as a major thing. It's kind of for young people, excuse to dress up. It's not a major holiday. It's not actually it's a major holiday here. It's just a fun holiday, I think. Okay, I hope I'm talking loud enough, because like I said, it's my MacBook sound, so let me know. Also, when I look away, since it's only in front of me, when I look away or look down, it won't pick up the sound quite as well. I am going to buy a new microphone, even though I've got like 4 of them already. But you, just like you have to have a good camera, which nowadays is with every phone, you have to have a good sound system. So I will get that. There we go. See, don't you like the paneling? And I wonder, wait, what did I do with that? I may cut the spare piece to go under it. Okay, this trim is designed to be here, and I thought I redid it. It's kind of wonky. Oh well. It's a Halloween house. Oh, there's my piece. So this piece is kind of the middle divider.
This is Sonia's question.
Okay, somebody's asking, let me see. Sonia's asking, she's asking a very, what I would consider esoteric question, which I have no idea what it is. I've never had, I don't know what that piece is. Okay, and this is the top one. And I like it to be right on the edge, right on this fold line. I forgot to say fold along all the score lines first, but you guys kind of know that's the deal. And then line up these to match the your lines in the front. I didn't ink the window. I haven't inked the windows. What I did was I just drew around them. I just drew a line kind of tracing the edges. I did not ink them. I thought about it. Let me get there. There's a tiny, tiny extension. I just wanted it to, you see how it pokes out just a little bit? And that's true on the top one too. See, just a little extra detail. I don't know if it's a silly, useless detail or not, but I like it. It's getting smeary glue here. I'm doing it crooked too. Okay, top ones. I'm going to match up the triangles. I want them to go upward. I mean, obviously you get to do it however you want, but that's how I designed it. I just wanted some kind of pattern in there, just a kind of another thing to break up the design, sort of the blackness. Barely art glue, cardstock, way to cut it out, a pen if you want to decorate your pieces. I think those are my standard, pretty much my standard materials. Nothing exciting. Okay, there, we got it decorated. And it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I found my other one. What do you think? Do I need to glue that? Here, let's cut it and let me just kind of fold and we'll see if it needs this. If this adds to the detail. I don't know. What do y'all think? I can glue that on later if it adds to it. Or it may be just a solid purple to be like a step. I'll debate about that. That one's an easy detail to glue on later. Yes, if you want to color to your acetate, you can definitely do alcohol inks to the acetate. And I usually do that before I apply glossy accents, before I apply the glue to make it look translucent. Okay, next, I folded along all the pieces. Here's my back, my bland, undecorated back. And I made two other versions. I made this sample one. I made three versions. And I use Barely Art glue for every one. So I'm going to use that for gluing my heavy cardstock. This is my 10-pound cardstock. 12 by 12 cardstock shop has easy searchable, colors in 100-pound cardstock, which would work well. And if you use 12 by 12 cardstock, you would need about 3 sheets because this is one. This and some other, things are equals 1 sheet. Actually, you could do you could do the roof piece and this all on one sheet. So you probably need 2.5, depending on what color you chose for your trim. Okay. Oh, I see. I put this one in crooked. It may make my house wonky, you see. Oh well. Okay, so I'm lining up the bottom, and I'm lining it up with the black piece, not my crooked piece. And I found that I could actually get it, I could press down well, and then, but I always check to make sure I don't have a rim, you know, a little excess, which I do. So I'm scooching it out. Scooch means moving it just a little, scooting it just a little bit. That's what a scooch is. I have another word I use a lot, teensy, which is, you know, kind of like a tiny inch, teensy bit. It's really smaller than a tiny bit, a teensy bit. But this is scooching. And I think that looks good. And then the other thing I did was I applied glue here and folded it over, and that way I could get, and it never exactly matches. I always wanted to. But if you don't glue it exactly right, you know, sometimes there's a little, I call it margin of error. And so this tab has to go in, so we're folding it. And you don't have to do it this way, but it's kind of a nice way. See, look, we didn't even have to do any scooching. A Lucy dictionary. I usually define myself. I try to define mess level. This, when you got to cut and glue, but that's all. You need a place to cut and glue. That's a 3. And you don't really have to, you know, wash up or anything. Your hands are clean. That's a mess level 3. And it's a mess level 3 just because you got to clean up your station. Not because it's that bad. Oh, look. Didn't it look good? Okay, now I kind of experimented with this. There are actually 2 sets of roof tabs here. This one, and then the roof tab on the side pieces, and then a roof tab in the back. And I trimmed them off of this one in the pattern, so there are no roof tabs on this actual back piece. And I found the easiest way to do it is to push these in and then fold these, nope, backwards. Push the front and back in. Fold these in. Folding these tabs in, and then using the side pieces as the glue tab. I probably should have cut these off, but they actually do serve a function. They keep this piece steadier. You see, it doesn't flop as much because it's got these 2 extensions. So just fold them inward and then push these 2 in. There is a score line here and here. And this is how we're making our hipped roof. A roof that has angles on each side is a hipped roof, and it's actually a very sturdy roof. So if you ever build a house, especially in like a hurricane or tornado prone area, you want a hipped roof. Okay, folding those in, and I'm applying glue to these side roof tabs. Here's another terminology. Whatever I apply the glue on is the tab. So like this is the roof flap, and this is the roof tab. And these tabs will not show because we're going to put an over roof on it. So don't worry about that. You know I like over roofs. So if you want to do something like something decorative to your roof, you want to add shingles. I did not include any shingles in this pattern. If you want it to be a metal roof, you can decorate the roof separately and then apply it, and it's so much easier. So that's why almost every one of my patterns for a house has an over roof. Okay. Now, you knew this was coming. A little piece of painter's tape. No, the tabs aren't going to show because we're using our over roof. I think you asked before I explained the over roof thing. Okay, now, yeah. And so this flap, this roof flap, actually keeps these tabs from moving in the wrong place. That's another reason I do an over roof. It just makes for a sturdy house. I don't know if you want your houses to last for years, but you probably want them to last for more than one season. And so, you know, I'm pretty sure mine do. Well, for example, the Maison de Noël is a year old, and it looks really good. And I will probably write up a tutorial for it in probably November, because I want you to have time to make it. There we go. Okay, now, this is the debate. I think it's pretty clear. Purple, purple, or black. I think we got to go with the purple. I think the black by contrast looks boring. Purple. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't know. And then I call this roof flashing. Let me show you. So when you glue it together, you want to cover up these seams too. So I use this flashing just like you'd have on a real house. And I didn't cut out any purple. All right, so here's, oh, everybody thinks purple. Okay. The other thing is, do I want to decorate the purple? All right, I'm going to wait a minute because, you know, I'm a few seconds ahead of you. I'm going to wait. Do you think, I was thinking about doing lines like a lot of houses in France and in the cities have what are seamed roofs. They're actually lead roofs, and they have seams down them like this. So what do you think? Do the seams? I know. I can draw it, and if it's not right, I'll just flip it over. That's what I'm going to try. Let's see how it works. Okay, maybe I should use a ruler, which is probably under, nope, it's not under Alley Cat. Here's a ruler. I'm still not good with a ruler. Actually, probably do better eyeballing it. Okay, here we go. Like I said, if it doesn't work, try to make it look like pinstriping. That's one cool thing. We can just flip it over. And you know I like the hand-drawn look. But you can do an embossing folder. The only thing about an embossing folder is it takes up a little bit of space. It makes your piece a little bit smaller. So yeah, just kind of have to be aware of that. But we've got our flashing, so that kind of covers up the sides. I don't know that my voice is soothing for her. She just wants to be by me most of the time. She sleeps right by me. Sometimes she's on the couch and doesn't. Depends on how kind of chaotic I am when I'm making stuff. If I'm moving things around and everything, she'll like give up and like, I'm going away. Okay, we'll see if this looks good or silly. I don't know. This I'm going to have to debate about. I'm just not sure. And then there are side pieces like this. And what I did on this one, I decorated it before I put the flashing on, and then the flashing looks silly. So I just left it off, and it looks okay. Alrighty. Yes, the other thing is, oh, sorry, Alley Cat. The other thing is, I think pink would look really good with this, or light blue, pink or light blue with the black. But you know, you could do purple as the main color with some pink, or the black, the inverse black for the accents. And if you want the accents, you know, you can draw the white on it. But so anyway, that's it. You like the lines? Yeah. I'm afraid I have to debate about it a little bit. Sometimes I'm decisive and sometimes I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'll draw shingles. A lot of times for Halloween houses, I like sharp shingles. I like them to be zigzags. So, oh, a dirty color to go. Pretty much, if you've got red cellophane for a house, for a Halloween house, I think grays and blacks. I kind of think grays and blacks are the way to go. It certainly is a safe thing. Remember, I'm not the color person. That's why I like these palettes. I'm like, there's no matching involved. It's very easy. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, I can cut out another piece. I'll do some shingles and I'll try to post it later. Okay, now I'm flipping cameras again. Rotate this out of the way. Yes, I'm very pleased how this looks. I think it looks really cool. And let me see if I can show you, if I can switch cameras effectively, if I can show you the inspiration design. I wish I'd written her name down, but just because what she does is really, and she cuts everything by hand too. So let me see. I don't know how to make it. Okay, I've enlarged the photo. I'm looking at it, and now I'm going to switch cameras. There, it did it. Isn't that a cool design? And I thought, oh wait, wrong. That's y'all. Wait, let me go back. Ah, shoot. Let's see. There. I thought it was very similar to my Maison de Noël anyway, and you can see how shiny the windows are, and that's with little leaves of gelatin. So, okay, now I'm going to switch back to me, if I can find me. Oops, there I am. All right, now I can see your stuff. Isn't it good? I'll try to find the link so I can show you. So you can give her some Instagram love, you know. But so I didn't really copy her exactly. I just modified one of my designs, sort of inspired by her incredible design. Okay, alrighty. Let's see. Is there anything else? I've tried to look for questions. It's really straightforward. Design number 196 in the Paper Glitter Glue Library. And if you make one, be sure and share it with me. Oh, I forgot one piece. I forgot. There is a little piece, wait, that closes up this space. It's a little triangular piece. It's got 2 score lines in it, so it's almost like a bat. It's almost like a little bat. And all it does is close up that space. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to worry about it like lining up perfectly. You slide the angled part down here with glue on it, with glue on both sides, and all it does is close up that space. So you could even skip it if you want. It's not that dramatic a space anyway. Okay, I always forgot that, but I think I showed a photo of it on the tutorial. Okay. Barbara, yes, you can actually paint it. You can paint it if you do it really lightly. If you use kind of a light hand with your acrylic paints, you could paint white cardstock. Watercolor paper, on the other hand, paints beautifully. Here. This is painted watercolor paper. So, and it didn't make it warp. Oh, and that's another thing. When I started making houses, y'all told me you wanted a piece in the bottom to help keep it square, so there is a piece that goes in the bottom. Okay. Alrighty, I think that's it for today. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to do something very simple. I think I'm going to do like a wall decor, kind of based on the project done today by Jen Crookston, her fang-tastic circular, I forgot what it's called, the fang-tastic, it's the bats, freaking bats. And so I thought I would do a moon with some bats in front of it, just sort of a wall decor. I'm going to do it out of paper, of course, but I was going to show you how to paint kind of a spooky moon and do some clouds and then some bats in front of it. Just something we could hang on the wall. Okay, I think that's it for today. So I hope you have a good day, whatever you're doing. And let me know if you like stuff. Let me know about it. And if you make some of the projects, we love to see them. People get so happy when they see, other people doing projects and other variations and how you've made it your own. So anyway, I appreciate y'all doing that. Okay, I will see y'all later. Y'all take care. Bye.